Rajasthan government to reopen schools in January. Indore constable conducts tuitions for slum children unable to attend school due to pandemic. Over 1200 government primary school students have dropped out in Punjab this year. An arts school for poor kids has been set up at Sindhu protest site. Education Leaders Confluence organized on challenges for primary school kids in the changing education system. Karnataka schools to reopen for classes 10 and 12 from 1st January. GSPL Foundation supports reconstruction of century-old school for girls at Mathura. School operators in Rajasthan protest against RTE payment dues. Retired school teacher provides free education to kids of poor tribals in Jharkhand. Parents in UP say free school sweaters are unsatisfactory. Delhi government launches crackdown on 7 fake universities. West Bengal Madhyamik exams to commence from June 1st. Good afternoon and a warm welcome. You're watching Education News Network, where we get you the latest developments in education at the top of this hour. This is Sanya reporting from ENN and the daily stories are. The Rajasthan government is planning to reopen schools for secondary, senior secondary and higher education institutes in the first week of January. The State Education Department has sent a proposal for approval to the government stating that on trial basis classes from 9 to 12 may start in the first week of January for 15 days, and after evaluation of the trial further decision may be taken. According to the proposal, there would be 9 major precautions which the schools have to take if they open on the trial basis. Sanjay Sandre, a police constable in Indore here, has decided to double up as a tutor for at least 40 slum children who could not attend school and online classes amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Sandre, who is currently posted as CSP Annapurna, started teaching the slum children 4 years ago and is now providing education to at least 40 children near Lal Bagh Palace in Indore. He arranged classes free of cost for underprivileged kids every Sunday. About 1200 children have dropped out of the government primary schools in Punjab this year before completing their elementary education, as revealed by a door-to-door survey conducted by the State School Education Department for tracking down such school children in December to bring them back into the mainstream education. Ludhiana district topped the chart with the highest number of dropouts at 395, followed by Jalandhar 239, Bhatinda 190, Fatehpur Sahib 105 and Hoshiarpur 103. 9-year-old Khushbu Kumari enjoys drawing and painting, but since the government school she studies in has been shut due to the COVID-19 pandemic since March and her parents are unable to afford stationery, she was unable to pursue her hobby. Like Kumari, a 7-year-old Pavan Singh's studies were also affected since the classes in the school are suspended and his family was unable to afford private tuitions. But for Kumari Singh and scores of other children living in areas around the Sindhu border, a tent erected near the spot where farmers are protesting against the 3 farm laws is serving as a tuition center. Here at the tent, there are taught basic lessons and trained in various arts. The Education Leaders Confluence 2020 organized on challenges for primary school kids in the changing education system. The confluence was organized by Pratham Test Prep. It focuses on holistic development and has also reconstructed and re-engineered modules to cater to children right from middle school to help them understand the importance of aptitude building. The ELC 2020 constitutes a series of talks and discussions conducted to hear out the experts and discuss various issues and opportunities available in the education sector. Karnataka Education Minister S. Suresh Kumar on Monday said that regular classes for students of classes 10 and 12 will begin from 1st January next year. This announcement came after State Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa said that there will be a discussion about the reopening of schools in the state. The state had earlier decided to reopen schools for classes 10 and pre-university colleges, and also to resume its flagship Vidyagama program, which enables continued schooling for students from classes 6 to 9 from 1st January. The foundation laying ceremony and Bhumi Pujan for GSPL Foundation supported construction of new building to replace the existing dilapidated building of Sri Kishori Raman Girls Inter College, Mathura, has been held on December 27, 2020. The chairperson of GSPL Foundation, Ms. Shalu Jindal, attended the ceremony through virtual mode. In her address, Ms. Jindal said, "Empowering the girl child with education is the best and the wisest option a nation could have in empowering itself. With the construction of a new building of the historic 114-year-old Kishori Raman Girls Inter College, we are partnering for promotion of girls' education and contributing to expand the horizon of equitable and inclusive development of India." Thousands of school operators protested in front of district headquarters on Monday against the due amount under Right to Education. According to school operators, the government has to pay around rupees 800 crores, which has been pending for 2 years, to more than 50,000 schools. These schools are of small and medium economic capacity. Anil Sharma, president of School Shiksha Parivar, explained, "We are fed up of government's lackadaisical attitude. We are teaching students free of cost under government program, and now government is not paying us on time. We want a quick solution to this problem. Government has also given us false promises." Lobin Sabar, a retired teacher, has been providing free education to the kids of poor tribals in Jharkhand's Soda suburb. Earlier, he used to teach at the Scheduled Tribe Residential Girls High School in Chaibasa district. He retired in February, after which he returned to his village and was shocked to see children wasting the entire day roaming around and playing. On questioning their parents, he found out that the parents were reluctant to send their kids to school. They said, "What will the children do in school if they have to become farmers?" I decided to do something to change their mindset. After getting an unsatisfactory feedback on sweater distribution from parents of children enrolled in state-run primary and upper primary schools, Uttar Pradesh government has asked the district education department to redress IGRS complaints within 3 days or face action. Vijay Kiran Anand, Director General School Education UP, said in a feedback session done via phone to find out the ground reality of distribution of sweaters, it was found that many parents were unsatisfied with the quality of the sweaters distributed in their respective districts. Thank you for watching Education News Network. For more such videos, log on to our website www.theENN.com and do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Signing off, Sanya.